Hey guys, it's Mick. Welcome to a sort of bonus video of sorts for the two challenges for the Boss Rush Challenge in Death Wish. I wasn't really able to accomplish this on stream. I'm sure I could have if I just gave it another shot, but I didn't want to waste any more time with it, so now I'm just recording my successful attempt and post-commentating it. So, as shown on stream, the two bonus challenges are to not miss any chance to hit, so it's pretty straightforward, just hit anytime you can. And of course win with one hit hero equipped, which is a badge that makes it so any damage you take will kill you. So trying to accomplish both of them at once, it's pretty much just don't screw up. And also, this is recorded after the Yakuza Metro DLC, so I'm just having fun with stamps and basically just taunting all the time. For this attack, pretty much it's one of the more dangerous ones. It's a bit daunting to do so, but you want to move in close, because if you're farther away, you might get hit by the flying sparks when you're jumping to avoid them. And then finish him off with his Mafia Ball and Mierder. I think that's my favorite one. And judging by what I've seen online, it's pretty much everyone's favorite one. It's also a shame that mods still aren't activated again for Yakuza Metro, because I only have 2 mods, and they're mods that make Hat Kid dab. One replaces one of her taunts with a dab, and then the other is whenever she collects a... What am I doing here? Just sitting around wasting time going, Yabby mode! And one of them replaces her animation for collecting a timepiece with a dab. Anyway, so other than one hit hero, the badges I have equipped are the badge that reduces the cooldown time for hats. So if I use the time slowdown hat, which is the main one I use, sometimes I use sprints, but not as much. So I can use that more often if I need to both avoid attacks as well as capitalize on opportunities to hit. And then the other badge I have equipped is the projectile badge, which is most useful in the Mafia boss. Also for the cars, as demonstrated, the best place to go is to just jump out of it and hide in one of the corners. But the projectile boss is most useful for the Mafia boss because it's on a 2D plane, so whichever way you're facing, you can be sure that you're aimed correctly as long as you're facing the correct way. But I still keep it on for the other bosses, just so I have a little extra insurance if I'm a bit too far away when swinging the bat. Because the bat, or umbrella, doesn't really have that much range. But regardless, my main method of attack is the homing attack, because you can attack from a distance, and it has invincibility frames on it while you're using it. So it's a good way to also avoid damage if you can. So for a lot of DJ Groove's attacks, you kind of want to keep your distance before they start, because his attacks have, specifically when he's throwing the saw blades on the ground and when he's pulling the knife out on you, if you're too close to him, it'll send a shockwave towards you that will push you away but also stun you, which can open you up to some damage if you're unlucky. And I always slow down time at the beginning of the parade here because I can never really predict their movements right at the beginning. They follow you directly to most of the time, but at the beginning their movement is kind of erratic. Yeah, this attack especially, that knife there, especially with the parade, you don't want to be next to him when he starts it because it'll push you away, stun you, and then you're going to get killed by the parade. And yeah, the parade is always the one I'm most worried about for DJ Grooves, because attacking him is risky because if you screw up with an attack, you're taking damage. But if you're going for not missing any chance to hit, you can't wait for that. You can also do the challenges separately, and that's fine. So if you're trying not to miss a chance to hit, you can just take the damage, but I'm doing them both at once because I hate myself, apparently. Also, I switched to the grappling hook instead of projectile for this fight because you need it at the beginning. Especially if, again, you're trying not to miss any chances to hit. Because after this attack, after 2 jumps, he goes into the middle, and I jumped the gun a little bit on it, but you need to swing into him to hurt him. And then here, you have to swing in order to grab the bomb fruit. I don't think there's a way to hurt the outhouse otherwise. I'm always kind of afraid for this one, because I'm always worried that I'm going to land on the shockwaves and die after grabbing the fruit. Luckily, that doesn't happen here. And after 2 rounds, I switch back to the projectiles, because the outhouse jumps into the middle and gets rid of the grapple point. So there's really no point to have it equipped anymore. And most of the other badges aren't really useful. The no bonk badge could be good, so you don't... So if you accidentally dash into the wall, you don't stun yourself. But all the other ones are pretty much cosmetic, or like the compass badge, so there's really no reason to have them equipped. And this is a point where if I have the hat cooldown, like if I don't have any more cooldown for the hats, I use sprint there to just get to the outhouse faster, but you don't really need it. Alright, next up is Snatcher, which is a boss I find the easiest in normal runs. With 1 hit hero equipped, it's kind of daunting. And I kind of wish the boss fight was longer because the song is so good. Your contract has expired is such a good song. But no, not right here. This attack is just a matter of jumping, but the flask attack after it, for a bunch of attempts, I kept taking damage because I kept trying to avoid them while on the ground, but you can't do that because they explode. So you want to, like, jump and dash. And then the rest of the flask attacks aren't that hard. This one, it's just a matter of staying outside the reticles, you'll be fine. And same with the one where he just throws 1 at you. God, this fight was so good the first time. As I said, I really wish it was longer, and I'm excited to fight the extra version, the powered up versions of Snatcher in Death Wish. Because I'm just super excited for a version of this boss that is like a lot more daunting and threatening. Because like at first there's a lot going on, but I found most of the tactics like this just super easy to avoid. And I feel like they did that because they take away your hats for it. It would be unfair to, like... I feel like they thought it would be unfair to ask too much of you when you don't have your hats. But... I think this is one of the most threatening attacks to me. I've never been, like, great at dealing with the shockwaves attacks, especially when there's a bunch of shockwaves at once. I think this one also killed me once or twice. And of course, where he winks at you and you just gotta attack in the direction of the wink. So something I didn't notice the first time is that the pink lasers he shoots up, they have a timer on them. See, like, the little, like, circle that approaches? Like, I guess I can't show it off now, but there's, like, a little circle that fills up, and once it reaches the end, that's when the laser comes out. See right there? And I didn't notice, like, the first couple times. And not that it's super useful to me, it's just get out of the reticle and you'll be fine, but it's a neat detail that probably could help a little bit as well. Boop! I love the stamp so much. I'm so glad this is a thing. And last up, Mustache Girl, the one who gave me the most trouble. Why am I just standing here? I was probably checking on my phone or something. Shut up, Snatcher. Okay, so the first move is actually a good one to use the time stop badge on. I didn't hear, but you can like slow down time and hit her like before she even attacks. Ooh, I forgot this happened. On my stream, I had an issue with Mustache Girl like disappearing on me, and I don't know if she was just phasing into the ground or into the wall most of the time. But that killed at least 1 or 2 of the runs, and it was upsetting. But now we're in Technicolor Dreamland. Yeah, this time I definitely like using the slowdown time hat for her warping punch ability, because it just moves so fast, and I don't know exactly when the timing it is for her to attack, but just kind of waiting for her, like up below her to drop. And now I think, yeah, now she's warping away from you, so it's just a matter of waiting for the conductor to appear and have the Mafia Ball. The conductor and the Mafia Ball, or Conductor Ball. I always like to slow down time when jumping over the lasers, because she tracks you a bit with the laser, so I'm apprehensive about jumping over it at normal speed, because I worry about her tracking me and, like, showing up exactly where I land. I think I actually hit her with the projectile there, rather than the conductor ball. And this part kept tripping me up as well, because you can't miss with a single bomb. You need to use the bombs to destroy your shield, of course, but if you miss with the bomb and the bomb explodes without you using it, that's an ending. So what I found is that you kind of want to hold on to the bomb like until either the beginning or the very end of the attack. If you throw it like a little shortly after the attack ends, she'll probably dodge right at the last minute. So if that's the case, it's better just to wait to the beginning of the next attack and throw it while she's attacking. And now this is just pretty much just avoiding everything and getting as many hits in as you can. In the normal boss fight, this is when you get a bunch of health pawns to just replenish your health, but as you only have 1 health, I don't think you can rely on that. So it's just a matter of avoiding the hell and hitting her with everything you've got. And there we go. That is my successful run of Boss Rush. So, thank you so very much, everyone, for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next stream, which I believe I'll be taking on the Subcon, or not, yeah, the Subcon Rift, which, judging by how much trouble the Deadbird Studio Rift gave me, that's gonna be a fun time. It might be worth me, like, looking up someone doing that and planning out my route ahead of time. I'm not sure if I want to do that, but it's something to think about before I do it. And that leaves me at 60... There's a dog barking in the distance. I don't know if that's picking up on my mic or not. But I believe that leaves me with, yes, 61 of 114 stamps. Three extra stamps were given in the Yakuza Metro DLC in the form of Snatcher coins, which I got in my last stream. But anyway, catch you all later.